Here we go. Hello and welcome back to the bar. This is Neil Howe together with Craig Williams again. We are at businessauthorityradio.com, and today we want to talk about something that has been pervasive over the last 6 to 8 weeks with this coronavirus, and that word is indoctrination. What does indoctrination mean? Well, basically it's making sure people see a certain message about you and see it over and over and over again until they have no doubt about what it is that they want you to do, and what it is that, if you're in business, what it is that you do. We talked before about third-party recommendations and third-party reviews, making sure that you have a consistent message that people see, and this is before the point of sale, before somebody comes to actually do business with you. You want to make sure that your message is in front of them as much as you can possibly get it in front of them. Now, Craig, with the day that we are in right now with the coronavirus pandemic, we are seeing indoctrination, on pretty much everything. It is dialed up to the max right now. They want to get everybody doing the same thing, everybody, following the guidelines and the rules, which, is fine as long as that's what everybody wants to do. But talk to me a little bit about, what you've seen, in the media and as far as indoctrination goes.
Well, I mean, in the word indoctrination, you have that doctrine. And wherever there's divisiveness and different thoughts, you're going to always have what is suggested, and also what is allowed. In a country like ours, we have all these rights, and so no matter what it is, whether it's for your good or for your health, we all have the right to, we all like to cry out about our rights to follow through with those things. What if I don't want to, give up my freedom to be out and about and touch people? Well, there's a consequence and a result to that. And I think the process and the platform of teaching using media marketing, I think there has been a lot more cohesiveness here in the United States because of the death toll has raised. We haven't gotten to that flat place yet. We're still looking for trying to get a control or handle on this. At the same time, in a capitalistic society, the doctrine here in the United States is capitalism, and no matter what side of the coin you're on politically, or whatever side you find yourself on politically, it's still about capitalism. And what makes this country move are the dollars, or what has made it move. And I think that system has been checked. That doctrine has been checked where we are now. And I think it's still leadership's responsibility to, kind of help direct in a healthy or healing way in regards to, getting back into business. Because, I mean, we can have all the money in the world if we're dead. One of the reasons why they're trying to steer more of this time at home is so that they're buying time for the vaccine or some type of maintenance of the sickness. Because if we all got sick, we don't have the capacity to service everyone, and there's not, there's one thing, there's triage, and then there's, getting pandemic to the point where everybody's trying to, trying to figure out who needs to live and who needs to die, and that's not a place we want to be. So doctrine is put out. The intention of doctrine is really to put out for the greater numbers,
Right.
What's best for the numbers. And, it also depends on who's teaching that doctrine. So we kind of like
that's a great point, because there are definitely two camps here. There's the ones that want to stay indoors, and there's fear that they're going to catch something. And then there's the others that want to be outdoors as much as possible because it's a lot healthier environment than it is being indoors all the time. So
Yeah.
like you said, it all depends on who you listen to and what your point of view is. But that's why we have a free country, or relatively free at least. Uh, but when we're clamped down like we are right now, people start to question, just, is this doctrine correct? And we look at some of the messages that have been coming out in the media, and many of those messages, the majority of people believe. But then there's other people that go into the fact-checking part of things, and there's a lot of disparities with what's actually being shown in the media right now, what's being said, and what actual truth is. A few of those things are using images of hospitals, saying that it is New York when it was actually in Italy.
Yeah.
We're also looking at a lot of the counted deaths from COVID-19 are from people that have underlying health conditions.
Yeah.
But
Pre-existing. Yeah.
they're the pre-existing. So it all depends. But we are still being indoctrinated by this message from the media, basically sharing what they want us to believe, whether it's a truth or a not truth. And the point that I want to get with all this, because it's up to everybody. We're in a time of vast knowledge right now. If anybody wants to find something out, all they have to do is research. But we also have to look at where you're researching.
Yeah.
Is the WHO the truth? Is the CDC the truth? Is CNN the truth? Is ABC the truth? We want to look at all those different things, but the truth is out there. We just need to go and search for it. But the point that I want to get to with this is, yes, we do need to indoctrinate people because we want them to believe a certain thing about us before they encounter us, before they're going to buy from us. And there's a difference between manipulation and persuasion. Now, both of those things are going to get people to do something, but the difference is intent. If your intent is to manipulate people to buy something from you that is not going to be of use to them, then you've done a disservice. But if you really stand behind your product and that it's really going to help somebody, and you do everything that you can to persuade them that it's going to be good for them, then I think the intent there is to really help somebody out. So indoctrination can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. It really just comes down to intent. But we certainly know that the media is one very powerful way that we can use indoctrination, because people do still see the media as trustworthy. We've talked about those trust triggers where the ABCs, NBCs, CNNs for decades have been in people's eyes, and they've been given the news for so many years that people do trust. But we've got to make sure that our intent behind our message is pure, and that we are actually helping people instead of hurting people.
Yeah, I think the word that I really align with that you said is the intention. I mean, because I think manipulation, it even still goes back to the intent. I wouldn't put manipulation as a bad or good word. It just is, but it's still the intent. If you're manipulating something, if I'm trying to put a square into a circle, and I manipulate it enough till I shave off the edges and I finally get it in there. If I'm trying to get it in there, I get it in there. My intention was to get it in there. Persuasion as well. a more powerful word that I've found to use, whether it's in business or in personal, is influence and inspire. You know, you take on the words of influence and inspire. A lot of times it still is a lot to do with the intent, and that's why I really hang on that word you said. The intention behind the marketing, the intention behind the press releases, the intention behind the news. If it's to stir up fear so that I could now manipulate or persuade people to do what I want them to do, that still goes back to the intention. We have to watch the intention. So I think in indoctrination, the subject being today indoctrination or indoctrine, however you say it, once again, it's the process or the platform to teach. It's really how we teach people what it is that we want them to know about what we're trying to share with them. Just like any other belief. I mean, that's along those beliefs. It's what I believe is the best thing for you to consider in your purchase. You know, that's what indoctrination is. And I think it all boils down to the intention behind it. Whatever we're doing, how we're willing to influence people, if the intention is one of a healthy intention, and that's what's really attractive this day and age, those things that are about healing, you know,
Yeah.
if the intention is to heal, then whether you're manipulating, persuading, influencing, or inspiring, you know, that's what it boils down to. The doctrine of that intent needs to be healing or love or value. In business, it's all about that value. People spend money for what they perceive as value, and it's our responsibility to share what that value is.
Yeah, I see a lot of people right now, like almost scolding others that are trying to make money during this time. It's like, how can you try and make money from this when people are dying? But you know, that's not really the point. The point is, are you helping somebody with the service that you're offering? Of course,
Yeah.
it's okay to make money. It's you know, like we've said before, this is a time of opportunity. And if there is an opportunity to make money for yourself and your business, obviously, you know, the intent is there. The stronger you are financially, you know, the more people that you can help. So I don't like
There you
to
go.
see people knocking businesses when, you know, they're there helping out as much as possible. But again, it comes down to that intent, the intent of the business. But ultimately, you know, it is our job to persuade people. If we believe in our product and service is actually going to help them, you know, as a business owner, you really want to persuade them that it is going to help them, it is going to serve a purpose, and that they should buy from you because you believe it is the best option for them. Anyway, that is a great message, I think, for today, and we appreciate you being here with us and listening. And if you want to hear more, you can go to businessauthorityradio.com or connect with us at facebook.com/Business Authority Radio. And of course, if you want to chime in, if you've got something to say and something to share that will help people at this time or any time in the future, we want to hear from you. You can connect with us on Facebook, facebook.com/business Authority Radio. Thanks a lot, Craig. Look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.